That's a dime a dozen. That's an old Chinese product. All right, what were you hoping to do?
I was thinking we could just Google like coding challenges because they have a lot of those, and just like go through some easy ones.
Alright, yeah, you did. So, did you graduate college with software development? Because I sure didn't.
Have you heard of 3-year degrees?
No.
Okay.
Is that where you just go for 3 years and say you have a 3-year degree?
It's a thing in Canadian university. I found out as I was about to drop out, entering my 4th year of university. Because I knew I was gonna fail.
Yeah.
But I had enough credits for a 3-year degree
To say you had a 3-year degree.
and I would later learn that this wasn't a thing around the world because I wanted to work in the States, and I was Googling 3-year degree visa, and there was no information because it's not accurate. Saying, hey, Arcadum with the 20
With
gift
the 20
sub.
gift sub. Thank you very much for that. Your name is Arcadum, and I have said that.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's Arcadum. You know, I called Amaranth Amaranth. I still don't know which one is right.
Arcadum is our dungeon master.
Oh, Arcadum!
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I'm fucking hyped up. I'm hyped up for the D&D campaign. You've got your character?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I think we'll just figure it out session 0.
All right.
So yeah, I got a 3-year degree, which isn't a real thing, but it's a math degree. Because I was originally in computer science, and it was really hard.
Yeah.
It was really hard
It is difficult.
when you don't attend any classes.
Yeah, I've I know that.
Well, I remember we had a program called MATLAB.
I'm sorry. I know.
And I didn't know how to use it.
Yeah. It's the engineer's programming language. It sucks.
Yeah, and then on exam they'll be like, "What does this MATLAB function return?" I'm like, I don't know.
Thank you, Mr. Duck, for 15 gift subs.
Yep.
Yeah, MATLAB's... I hate nothing more than, like, paper pencil exams for computer science classes. And for some reason... I mean, I get it. You don't want, like, them on the computer. Also, you probably don't have, like, 100 computers. But it's the most annoying shit I've ever experienced. Is that...
Have you ever interviewed for coding jobs?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Did they make you do, like, challenges, optimization?
No, I've never been at like a FANG coding. I've never been at like a big company where they have people who know how to ask those questions. Yeah, have you?
So
I've had some bad ones.
It's
Though.
my first year. I'm just interviewing for a bunch of positions, and I was terrible at coding back then, like absolute terrible. And they want me to write a function. If there was 100 lockers, write a function to go through each one and like check something. So I wrote a function, but it was just for locker 1. And they asked me, okay, how would you repeat this 100 times? And the right answer is you just write a for loop.
For loop for like
Write a
100
loop
with
and
100.
repeat it
in it,
100 times.
Yeah.
I said,
Man.
just copy and paste
No,
it.
no.
Just copy and paste it 100 times.
That's like in the classroom where they're like showing you what a for loop is for. They're like, "Are we just gonna copy paste it 100 times?" Of course not. We write a for loop. So that happened in the coding interview.
Yeah, in the interview, and then they're trying to make me get it. They're like, "Okay, if that is gonna work, but let's
how
say,"
could we make it more efficient?
They say, "What if we want to do it for 1,000 lockers?" I said, just do it.
That's some good shit.
You know, I didn't get a job.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of bad coding interviews. When I moved to Oahu, a different island than I grew up on, I interviewed, like, I went on like the websites to get a coding a coding job interview, right? And so I was applying for this job, and the job description was for a C# developer, which I was at the time like very familiar with because I worked in C#, which is just like so I went into the coding job. Also, I didn't know this, but in Hawaii, this was very embarrassing. They like the formal attire is like a Hawaiian shirt, like tucked into like casual pants.
Okay.
That's like what you go to work as in Hawaii for any like high level, like any place where you have to dress fancy, you dress like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like the mayor, the fucking governor dresses like that. So I walked in with a full suit and tie, and
okay,
like I walked in and I sat down, and everyone was looking at me weird because, you know, one, I look like I'm 15 years old, and two, I'm in a full suit and tie. And they're like, okay, you're ready to apply for the Java position? I was like, no, I'm ready to apply for the C# position. And they're like, no, this is an internship for Java position. And I was like, no, it's not. You didn't tell me this. This was on the resume. It was C#. So they went through like the most esoteric like Java like libraries you could ever find, and I just blew the shit out of it. It was like the saddest shit ever. It was kind of the same thing where it was one guy who felt very bad for me, and he was like, so what would this be? And I was like, I fucking probably, you know, like, what is the security type of this? And it's like, man, probably private if you don't specify. And he's like, no, it's just, you know, undefined because you write it in there. And it went on for like an hour. And it was so sad because I left and I didn't have a car. And so I like walked home to my apartment on the street in a full suit and tie in like 90-degree Oahu weather. It's the most sad shit I've ever experienced.
So was the job originally for a C# developer?
Their website, I went back and checked, and it was for a C# developer, and they just misposted it. And the saddest thing was, the job application was for a company that helped other people get jobs. So they fucked up their job app. Yeah, it was like one of those like middleman companies.
So the middleman fucked up.
Yeah, the people who help people get jobs fucked up their job application. It was very sad. That was probably the most embarrassing one I've ever experienced.
Did you end up finding another job, or did you just?
No, I ended up. That's when I started doing the tutoring stuff. Okay. That started paying more than like the jobs. It was where I live very close to a very rich high school. The one that Obama went to in Hawaii.
Okay.
Like
Obama's
president. Yeah,
school.
Obama's high school. Yeah. That's the canonical name for it. And I just put up a shit ton of tutoring flyers and would like tutor the rich kids. Tutoring the rich kids, by the way, is just finishing their comp sci homework.
Did you make the flyer yourself?
So it was, yes. Yeah, I made not even flyers. It was like I posted all over the internet that I was teaching tutoring computer science. And I checked it beforehand. There were like no tutors on Oahu for comp sci. So that was kind of weird. But so I made like multiple different websites and Craigslist posting pretending to be different companies and different people, but they'd all funnel back to me. So like for a very short time I had a monopoly on all the tutoring jobs on Oahu.
Why did you feel the need to be different companies?
So I felt like I would catch more work if someone goes to one company and they say that one doesn't look good, they'll go to the next company. Checkmate, asshole, they're both me. And that led to the funniest fucking thing ever. One of the companies was just Michael Reeves tutoring, and I was tutoring a guy, and I'm sometimes I get really bad at responding to people, and I tutored him for a few sessions. He's a nice guy, right. But I like stopped responding to his shit because I don't know, I was like playing League of Legends or something in my little shitty room, and so I wasn't responding, and I got a ping from one of the other companies that he was looking for tutoring at another company.
Got it.
And so our next tutoring session, I was like, hey, man, were you on codetutors.com? That was like the fake shell company. I was like, and he was like, yeah, man, I was just like checking it out. It's like, yeah, well, that's me. That's me. I'm also that.
You told him?
Yeah, I told him.
What was the reaction?
He's like, oh, that's weird. And he kept taking lessons from me. Yeah, I felt really good. Yeah, it was a weird time.
Coding, I don't know, man. Like,
weird jobs.
I feel like to be a coder, you have to be in love, like
love
coding, like the act of coding.
Yeah.
Stuff. I don't know how someone can
feel that passionate about it.
Of like typing code. Like I can get like making stuff for like an app or games, and like the product is cool, but like the
just the act of typing
just the
text
act of
to the
typing,
screen,
like and adding text, like that's not fun. Like it's so painstaking and like frustrating when the code doesn't work.
The worst thing is like they only like people who like it's their life. Yeah. Like recruiters, it's like if you have to code at home, you have to be doing personal projects and shit. Like when I go home, I want to play Valorant with my friends. I don't want to be coding for the time I'm home.
Yeah, the best coders are the one that just no life,
no
social skill, no like any hobbies but code. Like they're like big ass glasses, kind of sweaty, and like they're the best coders. Like
yeah.
And like you come to them and like they generally have an ego when it comes to coding.
I fucking love
condescending. It's like this is so easy, and then they type the code for you.
Thanks. Fuck you too, asshole. I had a fair share of those at jobs.
All right, let's give this a try.
All right, let's
You know how to display a browser?
I sure do. It's called putting it up on the screen and then displaying the screen.
You do display capture, huh?
Fucking
You're a brave man. Like I
ain't got nothing to hide, man.
Display capture is so risky.
Huh? That's weird. It still has my search results on.
Yeah. Wait, no. You have to do new user. That's what I do.
New user.
So like if you click that. Oh, you can't do it on here. You have to do it on your regular. So yeah. No, your face. Sorry. Guest. This erases your history.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because incognito saves your normal history, and sometimes I will forget when I watch porn.
Yeah.
Incognito, and I type the letter P first.
You gotta type the other letters really fast.
Yeah. Like what I do is I copy and paste. So if I like want to go to like I don't know. peanutgallery.com. I don't type P because if I type P, it's over. I type it in a separate like text,
and then
copy and paste, and I paste it all in one go so the suggestion doesn't come up.
That's fucking genius. Okay, so let me take it over to that screen. Huh.
Oh,
hey, all right.
So I think we should just Google coding challenges. I saw one, but it requires sign up. But I'm sure we can go through, like the Eat a Bit one. This one requires you to sign up, which is a little annoying. But maybe Coder Byte. I don't know. I just want one where you don't have to.
Yeah, just sign up. They always sell your data to recruiting companies. It's like half the reason these sites exist.
Challenge library.
Maybe a challenge library.
Please don't make us sign up. Holy shit.
Fine. Oh my god.
Okay, and you know what? Let's sign up. We can sign up.
Wait, do we? Oh.
Okay.
That didn't require sign up at all. What languages do you know?
Shit.
This is your JavaScript.
I think.
You know C++? I don't.
What do you know? Do you know PHP?
Nope. I know Python. I know C#. And I know JavaScript really well.
JavaScript.
At least on the Node side. Maybe not on the front end side. What do you go for?
Okay, I think I know C++.
All right, fire it off in C++.
This looks too complicated for me.
What does that say? Okay. Have the function
can we pull up chat somewhere?
Yeah. Okay. I really like it on this screen because when I alt tab, it doesn't bring this shit up. So that's nice. Quite nice. So we can bring that. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's nice. And then I like to have like that.
Multiple. Now, is this the simplest thing?
This is level very easy. The first one. Have the function find intersection. Taking string array. Read the array of strings stored in.
Wait, this is arrays and lists.
Yeah.
This is too complicated.
What is this? C++? Oh, C++. Oh, gross. Fuck.
They want zoom.
Yeah. Hey, jeez, man. 13 for the sub. I'll just read out one of those.
Okay. So, this is easy? No, this is not easy. No, we gotta try something easy.
Like really, I want to start at like very bare minimum.
Yeah, like adding numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta unlock others. Find intersection, question marks, binary reversal, longest word.
Okay.
The longest word in a string.
Longest word taken, the send parameter being passed, and return the longest word in the string. Wait. Input. Okay. Got it. Okay. Longest word in the string.
fuck this website.
I think that website was like a like getting ready for coding interviews.
Yeah.
I want like a getting ready for typing on the keyboard as a child kind
like
of thing.
Baby's first coding challenge.
Yeah.
It was like Code Academy?
Really? Code Academy? All right. Nice try. What are we doing about it? We're doing code challenges right now.
Code Academy.
Do you type like home row? You know how to? Do you do it like you don't have to look at the keyboard? Yeah, fuck you too. Also, you're not even fucking typing anything. Fuck you too.
Wait.
I have to look down and play. Yeah, all right.
Okay, so the way I learned is my dad made me type the ABCs 100 times every day.
That's so good of him to do.
But
my grandpa looked at the key. I learned to type from my grandpa, and he just fucking like.
You do this?
Yeah, I still pluck.
So in Microsoft Word, like you type it out, but when you Control Z, it doesn't remove one letter. Like if you type a bunch out, it starts removing like sentences.
Like chunks, yeah.
Chunks. So my dad, after I typed 100, started Control Zing and seeing chunks disappear. And he's like, "You motherfucker, you Control C and Control V, didn't you? You copy and pasted it." I was like, "What the fuck,
you motherfucker!"
I typed each one out. Catalog.
Dude, we had coding classes in my middle school, like where I should have learned it in my developmental stages. So I just fucking like, I would pluck type like like really fast, and then our teacher would look at me, and I'd go back to like home row 30 words a minute. He looked away, and I just fucking.
So when you type, you're just like.
Yeah, this is how I type. Like, if I type Code Academy, I go code.
Jesus Christ.
I can't like okay. I can kind of do it without looking at it. So I can look.
Are you still using your index fingers though?
I'm actually using like multiple fingers, just not okay. Just look. I don't even know how I do it. Okay, code. That wasn't it.
You keep going to the backspace.
Hey, I got it out.
Alright. So do they make you code here? Try for free. Everything needs.
Yeah, you need to sign up. And I'm okay with signing up. I have some burners.
Okay. I feel like that first website we had. This one. I saw some easy ass challenges.
Okay.
Like return the sum of two numbers.
Okay. Yeah. Thank God. Like, yeah. That's what I want. Yeah. That's what I want.
But we have to. You wanna.
Yeah. Let's pop on over to that. Okay. All right. Let me just register with my email, which cannot be seen on stream. There it is. I have lots of burner emails.
Oh.
Yes, this is. I have burner emails that have become like actual emails because of how much I use them.
So what's the story behind this one?
There was a thing where Netflix gives you like a free movie. No, it gives you a free month trial. Okay. And there's a site called privacy.com, which I was supposed to get sponsored by, but didn't, but I still use them. It's where you can generate burner cards, like burner credit cards on the fly. Like in a second, you've got a credit card that works almost everywhere. Mm-hmm. And so I would just do this, and I'd go over there, and I just type it in every month, and I'd get a new free month of Netflix. I do the same thing with fucking everything. Fucking Pornhub, you do it with whatever. They all offer the free month. Gamers. You don't have to look away.
I'm just respecting your privacy.
Gamers.
Please don't make us verify. I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah, I don't want to see the kind of emails I'm getting on this email on this burner.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's move it back over. I got the little damage scary icon. Okay.
Can we zoom in on this?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
That's good stuff. All right.
So the instructions are simple enough. Return the sum of two numbers. So it's just adding two numbers together.
Got it.
What language is this?
This is JavaScript. I think you go back to instructions and you can go to there. Yeah.
Okay. C++.
For you, C++. Okay.
Just gonna wait a Oh, yep, C++. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Int addition, int A, int B. So
keep in mind, I don't know C++, but I think at this level it does not matter.
So this is the type of.
Yeah, that's the type of the thing you're returning. Yeah.
So we're returning an integer.
We are returning an integer.
And the A and the B represents the input.
The inputs.
So
the two inputs.
integer input A, integer input B.
Yeah.
So if we say there's another integer C, which equals to A plus B, we just return C, which is A plus B.
That is, yeah, you can do this.
And
that would work. And it would just say there's like
Give a moment. Oh!
And you get the test passed.
Now, for efficiency's sake, let's break this down from 2 lines to 1 line.
All right. Okay, so getting a little fancy with it.
Defining C, we simply just return A plus B.
Which we put in a C before, but now we can just return this value.
Yeah, just go straight to the solution. Does this work?
And they really run a whole gamut of tests over this.
Yeah.
Or the internet's bad.
Straining their back.
What is A plus? Fuck, you took a line out.
I wonder if like oh no, we got it. 5xp. Okay.
That is kind of gamified. Say how hard was this?
Let's just stay.
Oh, you're gonna say it's very. That's gonna raise our elo toast. We're gonna be in Challenger for this
MMR
site.
on this website.
Yeah, I don't want to be radiant on the site.
Why does it take so long?
I don't know. It can't be the internet. Thank you, Sandu 55 for the sub. Just throw that in there.
I wonder. Okay. Oh. This is just how. Okay, let's just go back to challenges. Maybe it's because we're doing this in front of like 25,000 people, and they're like, "Oh, I want to try code. Let me code along."
Poor site just getting their backend destroyed.
Like,
what the fuck's going on?
People really like coding.
This one guy give me free movies, pussy at gmail.com for all these people on.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Okay, this one looks relatively simple. Convert minutes into seconds.
Okay.
Did you practice with stuff like this when you were
No, God no. It was more like doing a stupid projects on my own was the most helpful thing. So I started teaching myself like in high school, and one of like the first projects I remember is a program that took a chunk of text and like replaced certain letters with the word come. So I'd put like Shakespearean, and it'd be like, give it the letters you want to be replaced, and then give it the letter you're going to replace it to. So it was always come, the second one, and the first one would be like the word the. And I'd put in like Shakespeare's thing, and I'd be like, he come doth come to my house, and look out at the windows, come in. And that was the entire program. And I felt good about it. But like when you use stuff like that, it teaches you like finding a string, like figuring out subwords, like splitting strings. It's like, yeah, it's nice.
All right, this one seems... So you know JavaScript, right?
I do.
You take this one. Write a function that takes an integer minutes and converts it into seconds.
Got it.
All right, take it away.
Okay,
take it away.
So this is JavaScript, so it is not strongly typed. So we don't have to say the type that we're returning. We could return anything.
So we'll just figure it out?
It will just implicitly type it itself, which is really nice. You notice that minutes is also, you don't have to say int.
Wait, this is anarchy.
It's so much. Oh no, this is what I thought when I came from C#. Strongly typed as shit. I come over to this, I'm like, how would you know? How do you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like, figure it out from the variable name. It's usually like, minutes is probably not going to be a string. It's like, just kind of trust it and fucking hope that your coworkers don't obliterate your software. We can do a kind of a return. Still the same.
You're returning something.
Still kind of similar.
What are you returning?
Similar to what we did before, except with numbers. Not a lot of people know this, but seconds in minute is equal to 60. And you don't even have to.
Wait. Shouldn't it be minute in seconds?
How many minutes are there in a second,
like
Toast?
minute in like seconds. A minute in seconds is 60 seconds, right?
There are 60 seconds in the minute.
No. See, you're thinking like in the minute. Like there are 60 seconds in a minute.
Right.
But I'm talking about like a minute, but in seconds. How much is that?
Oh, like the converse. Like
yes,
minute, but in seconds.
Yes.
This is more me saying like what I want to do to our minutes number. So it'd be like in. Love how it in minutes times minute. Oh no. And we can simplify again to 16.
Wait. No. Wait. Okay, I get it. Okay. So the argument on the variable name didn't matter.
Yay! Yeah, JavaScript is anarchy. I like it.
I used to work for a bank, and I was coding their internal website.
It was epic.
Really boring. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I ended up just finding a template on like
HTML kind of template.
Yeah, codejungle.com where you can just pay $5 for a WordPress template and just replace everything with their logos.
There's some stonks shit. They pay you more for it. Oh, I did that same shit doing freelancing for sites. I just go somewhere, get some. I didn't even have the decency to pay the $5. I just get a free template, copy paste it, and change it to their name.
Were they happy with it though?
Hell yeah, they were happy with it. My customer service was great. And they were also a lot of old clients, so they didn't know the difference.
Yeah, see, my supervisor was like a 60-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Zero knowledge.
That's great. I love those. Except for, I had a very bad problem where I was doing like full stack development for a college. And I would change stuff on the back end. Like I'd hook stuff into the database or do data processing. And she'd be like, why has nothing changed on the front end? Why has nothing changed on the page, Michael? And I'd be like, lady, it's because I'm changing stuff in the back. But she's like, yeah, but why isn't it changing stuff on the page? She didn't understand that you could do code that you didn't see. Like she lacked like object permanence. Like if you went like this, she'd be like, where'd you go, Michael? It's fucking crazy.
All right, this one I saw. This looked a lot harder. So we're actually might gonna have to spend some time on
I can't help but notice you changed it from very easy to easy.
Yeah. It's a bit of a big jump.
Kind of stepping it up.
We've been breezing through these too fast.
Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Create a function that counts the number of syllables a word has. Each syllable is separated with a dash.
Oh, okay.
So this is essentially so when you get a problem like this, try and break it down, the logic. Right?
Yeah, it's like basis components.
And the one here is like the thing is the dash.
Yeah.
So we want to identify dashes. And you know what? Big brain idea.
Okay.
You just count the number of dashes.
True. Number of dashes plus 1. That's no processing at all.
Yeah, originally I'm like, okay, so we gotta break it down. We gotta like turn it into a string and like count the number of elements in this array. And then I realized just count the fucking dashes.
But how would you in C++ count these dashes?
Okay, so normally I just Google Stack Overflow.
How to count dashes.
String processing.
Yeah.
So
that is totally fine, I think.
C++ string iteration? Iterate over characters of a string. And you copy it.
What the fuck What does that even say? This is the point where my C++ falls out.
Okay, wait. How do I copy this?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh
So
no! You got a function in there. Okay, get those little curly boys out.
Okay. That's just a string word for.
What does that mean?
For word.
Word. Yes.
Word dot size. That's the string type I. I don't know if this is gonna.
Why is it making it? Why is it a string type in like the first thing?
Okay,
That's weird.
Okay, let me read this. Print each character at the current index.
Oh, we copy pasted the wrong thing.
Okay. The scene begins for each.
Oh, that's a long.
Oh no!
That's a little long.
No, we should have stayed at just very easy.
I can't fucking deal with it. Did they say no? It's correct.
You fucking.
Actually, you want to see how like gross the difference between this one? We're gonna hit it with the Python. My favorite thing about Python is like you just like solve everything a similar kind of way, and it's very bad for the computer, but you just don't worry about it. Def.
Oh.
No, yeah, it's different, right? Def number syllables.
Word. So this is also, there's no hard typing.
There is no, yeah, it's all dynamic.
Okay.
Turn. Fucking remember all those lines that were in C++?
Yeah.
This is return all the syllables in the word. So we're gonna return the length of the word.
Okay.
Dot split on the.
What happens when you do
dash? So when you string dot split, it splits the string into a list or an array. I don't fucking know. And it splits it on the delimiter that you give it. So in this case, we're doing that. So we're returning the length of the array that we split it into, and we don't even have to say +1 because it's not counting those. It's giving us the list of the thing. I hope that works. I didn't double check it.
Seems much more straightforward than writing a loop and iterating through each dash to count.
And they're doing all that behind the scenes. That's my favorite thing. You don't have to worry about all that. Like fuck. You have to import shit here. You do this.
Algorithm IOC.
It's one fucking line. Instead of writing 3 functions and 4 loops. God, Python is just so, like, it works for everything, but badly for everything.
Repeat the letters.
That sounds like a real...
It's easy. This shouldn't be that hard.
I'm getting real, like, comp sci flashbacks to the one comp sci class I took in my life.
One thing I did when I was coding is, you know how in jobs, once you complete a task, they just give you more stuff?
Yeah.
But they don't really care how long you spend on one task as long as you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
If they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they don't know what you're doing, yeah.
So I had my like interface, my coding interface up. I think I was using Eclipse. And I copied the entire text of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And I posted it into the console.
That's fucking gross.
And I had to look intense, so I read the book like this.
Oh, the hand. Dude, the hand is so important. Like, fuck, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm reading Azkaban.
Harry turned to serious and said...
I would do the, I really like watching YouTube videos, so I'd leave my editor open. What I'd do, I'd mouse down here, and I'd have it be running, but it'd be running in tiny screen. So I'd watch YouTube videos in a little window. Okay. What is this? Create a function that takes a string and returns a string in which each character is repeated once.
Oh, so remove uniques.
Wait, is it? Remove...
Oh,
is it?
No.
Repeat each...
repeat
character.
Got it.
This seems like one where you could really overcomplicate it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I'm gonna feel really stupid when I overcomplicate the shit out of it.
Okay. So, shit. So you split the string into an array, and each element is a character.
Okay.
And then you add the two array together. You combine them. And then you run an ordering. Okay, no, that's the word.
The ordering was alphabetical, right?
Yeah, no.
That was fucking wild. You jumped through some...
You can see why my solution was to copy and paste 100 times.
See, I couldn't, like, I'm having a hard time thinking of it in, like, without, like, a lot of helper functions. Like, Python, I can do it. It'll probably take half the CPU. I mean, for a while.
Can't you just iterate through the string and just run the print function twice?
True.
So you do a loop where you iterate and you just print twice.
Or you add it to a string and then return it at the end of the loop.
Huh?
Because you can't print it, right? Because we need to return it, right? So instead of printing it, you just add it to like a variable that is a string. Like, just have like start with nothing and then brrr as the for loop goes on.
Okay. So you're pretty good at Python.
Listen, man, that was for you. That's for C++. Python's gonna be like another quickie.
Okay.
I think.
So I would just ask you for like functions.
Okay, yeah.
If there's any native function.
Yeah.
Let's see how easy this is.
Okay.
So the text. So return.
Double check. Okay, yeah, we're already going for the one-liner. I like
the
that.
one-liner. The whole one. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, so you said split, right?
Okay.
So I can do txt split. If I don't give it anything, does it split each character into a list then?
It splits on space. Also, so in Python, you don't even need to do split. It'll treat a string already as a list of characters. So you could do like just do like this, and that would reference letter like 0 in the index or in the list.
Okay.
It treats all strings as like character arrays.
So I'm thinking a for loop.
All right.
For
is a little different in Python. It's like, have you done? It's like a for each loop. Fuck, man, C++ really fucking sucks.
Okay, how do you write a for loop?
So in Python, it's like, if I did like, if we just like put that bastard,
okay.
put that there. Yeah. It's like for I in then the thing you're gonna iterate through. So txt. So instead of like, you know how in a for loop is just like the number, right?
Yes.
You say go between 0 and 100, right? Instead, now for each iteration of the loop, it represents a character in the string text.
Oh.
So it's gonna give you like, if you said penis, and here I is gonna be P on the first, then I on the second. It's
so
actually badass.
Just like auto type.
Yes, it's fucking sick.
Okay. So let's say we define string. Do you have to define
Kahlua
string?
pig.
Like
No, you don't. What do you do? Yeah.
Equals.
Yeah. That's Python, dude.
And there's no like colon or semicolon.
Nope. Don't have to. I know. It actually, it'll let you do a semicolon because it knows people are used to doing semicolons at the end of lines. It just gets rid of them.
Okay. How do I add text? How do I add characters to a string? Can I just
say
answer equals
you say
answer plus I?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Answer is equal to answer plus I.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit work.
And then we just return answer.
And that'll fucking run it.
Yeah,
just run it. I think
I
it gets,
don't see why this won't work.
I don't know. Thank you for this up.
I feel like it's
This is disgustingly
so easy
slow.
to be a Python coder.
Dude, it's so fast. It's so easy. Actually, I'll just while that's going on, let me bring up I'll make a new, so we don't have to like wait the whole time. Post chat probably spelled that wrong because I can't look at the keyboard. Folder. Like I'll do like main.py. This is a great one. So if I say print, also this is how you print shit. You just say print and then like penis.
Shit, we forgot to.
It was not repeated.
Yeah, we forgot to double it. We
Yes.
just ended up printing the word.
Yes. Printed.
So we can easily fix this. Plus I. What?
That's plus I. I can't find. Wait. I can't find anything. Wait.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this.
Is it gonna give like a fucked jumbled thing?
No. You plus I plus
Fucking
I.
run it! We have like 10 minutes to wait while it's running anyway. To go over it.
But this is the best one, right? Because you're doubling it.
Yeah. Does it work left? It works left to right. It's probably fine.
Plus I plus I.
I'm just worried that like we do answer, and if we had like the string was answer, it would give like. You know what? Alpha. I fucking remember. Let me choose the Python interpreter here. Please just auto detect it. Oh, that's fucking it. All right, it was good.
I think we can move on to the mediums.
Really? Oh, we're gonna hit it with the medium.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want like.
All right.
I want a problem that we can't solve.
Okay, yeah. I think we're working up to that point
Yeah.
really steadily.
Our coding's getting like we had to use 2 lines for that one.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
What you said? Easy. Well, we selected medium. It's giving us easy.
How many vowels in them? I mean, that's kind of cool.
That's too hard.
Oh shit! All right.
What are the hard?
Okay. The site's fucking
For
dying.
people in chat, actual coding is nothing like this. By the way, actual coding is mostly Google.
A lot more Googling.
Yes. Whole.
I don't even know the quadratic equation in normal world.
What quadratic? Count letters in a word search. Double character swap. Filter repeating character string. Prefixes and suffixes.
Oh.
Are letters in the second string present in the first? Recursion. GCD.
Oh boy, we're getting a
Ordered
recursion.
matrix.
Can't do that. Do you know calculus?
No.
No,
Number
I don't
of
either.
boomerangs.
What does that mean? Oh, that's fucked.
That seems
That's
cool.
fucking
This seems cool.
hard looking.
This is a hard one. So I think it's an array.
Yeah, it's like array shit.
And each
Is it
element
is
is
like a like.
an array. A list of 3 numbers.
Got
You
it.
have to determine if the first number. Let's just see the question.
Yeah. I'd love to see it also. Okay. Boomerang is a V-shaped sequence that is either upright or upside down. Specifically, a boomerang can be defined as a subarray of length 3, with the first and last digits being the same as the middle digit. Oh.
I kind of get it.
Do you get it?
I kind of get it.
Wait, some boomerang examples. Is it just... Wait, do these have to happen, like, sequential? Oh, it's in one large thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's a list of numbers, and our job is to find 3 sequential numbers where the first number equals their number.
Yeah. And then
And the
second number is different. It's just different
Just
from
different.
the other two. Okay.
And I'm guessing a number can't belong into 2 boomerangs. So if it was
Is
like
it?
3, 1, 3, 1, 3, that counts as 1 boomerang?
Would it? You'd think they give oh, wait. Is this an example of that? No.
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 No, it's not an example.
Wait.
Wait.
Can
you scroll
overlap.
down.
Oh, that
nice.
changes the world.
Oh, so they can
They can
overlap.
intersect. Okay. That probably makes it easier, if anything. Is that they can is that we don't have to tell them apart, right? I'm throwing that out there and hoping.
Oh.
Oh, we're going to
Okay.
Python.
This doesn't seem that hard.
Seems like we can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah. He wrote Ghost for the sub.
Okay, so all you have to do is like iterate through it while maintaining like digit 1 and digit 3, and it doesn't matter what the second digit is.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What are you thinking? Like in concept. Also, I have a whiteboard if you need concepts.
For me, I would just define first, second, third, because that's the 3 things you keep track of, right?
Okay.
I mean, do you really have to
Keep track of second?
Yes.
Do you even have to keep track of third? Oh yeah.
What if it's equal? So it has to be a different.
Has to be different.
So you have to keep track of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we also have to consider edge cases, because we're reaching a point where what if it's only 2 numbers? What if it's only 1 number?
True. If it's, I think we can hit, like maybe you hit it with an if statement in the beginning. If the length is less than whatever, if the length is less than 3, automatically go back.
Oh.
If in Python, it is like you can. What you trying to get?
See, here's the thing, right? We have to keep an updated list.
True.
So I feel like there's a loop somewhere. Like,
I think there is a loop
open
somewhere.
with a loop.
I'm feeling a loop somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you want to get rid of edge cases first? If the list is less than 3, then just
But
leave.
that would be in the loop, right? Because you're gonna reach a point where there's only 2 numbers left, and you have to check the edge case.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, let's just go into a fucking loop. Let's just go into a loop.
Hit him with
Hit him with a loop. Hit him with a loop. Hit him with a loop. Yeah.
Well, I remember what you said.
All right.
For I in LST, and apparently Python knows what the fuck you're talking about.
It's
But
badass.
yeah, I in LST. For I in LST, and no fucking semicolon, right?
No, oh, it's all colon. So,
it's all colon.
Yeah, and then and then a tab in that represents like your opening and closing curly braces. Instead of the braces, it's indents.
You're saving a lot of
White. Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, for I in LST, and like, it's smart enough to know I is an integer.
It is. Yeah, it's whatever element is in that list. So yeah, it knows. It is smart. I do like the Python interpreter. Looking for boomerangs. So this is iterating through our entire list right now.
If lst.length
Oh, okay, all right.
is less than is less than
it's weird. It's for some reason it's not dot length, which I'd appreciate. It's leng, Len, and then in the argument, it's what you want to get the length of. Kind of cringe. I'd rather have it being like a
like
a
this?
method. Yeah. And that's gonna get you your length of the list.
If the list is less than 2, so let's just say they hit you with the
2 size array.
yes.
Then you say,
Fuck you.
fuck you. You hit it with the just return out, right?
Return.
Wait.
Oh, can you do it on one line like this?
Yeah, you can. You have to do a colon though behind the 2.
Return. Whatever list you have updated. Wait. We need to define.
Yeah, something to keep track of the list.
Boomer. list.
Get a list of boomers.
Okay, so we need to define this, right?
Got it.
Like sometimes the edge case you want to still return like a list of integers, like an array of sort.
Yeah.
So you define it that it's an array. So you return boomer list.
Once we get to less than 2, we return our current thing. Badass.
Yes.
Yes.
And we will like modify, like we can modify LST, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So? Okay.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
So we just check if there's less than 2 integers.
Okay. then you return it out.
Right. Right?
Yeah. Wait, can you just like...
Oh, well, I think you define first, second, third as well. First?
Do you have to? There's also, if you want to do number indexing, there's a way to do that. Like if you'd rather have I represent like their traditional for loop. That might be easier for this, because then you can say like I plus 2 or whatever. You know what I mean?
So if len... No. If LST, the first one, so how do you do it like this?
Yeah, that's the index.
Equals LST, the third one, which is 2. Oh, double equal, right?
Yeah, double equal.
And
is just
and
oh wait,
LST
I forget
0 does not equal, which in coding language you just open with exclamation mark, which is inverse.
Yes, sir.
Does not equal LST 1. Then we add, so boomer list. Oh fuck, but it's like, I think the answer is an array of arrays.
Yeah, it's an array of arrays, and that array can have however many
plus
boomers in it as it wants.
Boomer list equals plus equals.
The way I think it's append in Python. APPEND, I think, and then the argument is what you want to append. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's JavaScript or not. I kind of forget.
Now, how do we slap these three together in an array?
You would just do... Okay, so first off, do you want to do, like, instead of just 0 and 2, do you want, like, I plus? Instead of just doing, like, the static numbers?
Well, if we're cutting LST up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're saying... No. We have to cut LST up. Because if we don't cut LST up, this, like, if length LST will always return the max length, right? So let's say we have 10 numbers. We have to modify LST, right?
If we have 10 numbers.
In list.
Like 10 numbers in LST, right?
Yeah. And if we have something like if length of list is less than 2, we have to modify list each iteration,
yeah,
right?
yes. Like if you want to do it based on the length of list.
Yes.
You could, you don't have to modify that. You could go off of like, if you want I to represent an integer, you could do it based on like the length of the list and making sure you're not more than like 2 away from the end of the length of the list in the indexing.
So you're just gonna scrap all of this thing at roll?
No, just maybe the if statement.
Sounds like you want to erase my hard work.
I'm thinking I would never erase this.
You would.
But this, perhaps, because then we don't have to change list. You know what I mean?
I see.
Instead,
what you mean.
we just do it based on like in the for loop.
Okay, so we hit them with the reversal, where the length of the list is on the right, and the less than is I. But no, not I. Like the I.
You want the index, yeah. Index. So instead, we're gonna do by like a traditional for loop, and it's there's probably a better way to do this, but it's like you're gonna take the length of that, and then we're gonna wrap it in another. I think it's range. Ah shit! I just like. It's like a tick to hit control save. No.
I got it.
Okay, all right.
Fucking genius.
Okay.
It's you just do length of list -2. So it won't iterate for I.
It'll only iterate. You want it to only go up to a certain point, right?
Yes, it will always stop at the second last number.
Second to last number.
Yes.
Okay. The way the for loop, I think we have to say, chat's saying enumerate. I don't know if that's how you spell enumerate. but that makes it like a traditional for loop, where instead of I representing the number like itself in the list, it represents from 0 to the
I'll be honest, I don't think this is gonna work. I think
you know what? I think we should just go for it. You know what I mean?
Concept that I'm thinking of, because this is gonna be like for letter in an integer, right?
No.
Instead,
if you do, well, we can swap between like if we want this to represent like the number itself or like a traditional for loop from 0 to whatever the length is. Yes, we can choose.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now it's at like, I mean, it's for whatever you want it to be. Right now we can like change it to the traditional or like the Python meme. You know what I mean?
Let's stick with the Python meme.
Okay, all right. Then it is just LST.
Okay. So
that is a traditional Python meme.
got it. So I is an integer.
The integer in the list, like for that.
And how do we get the index?
The index. Yeah, let me just Python get index for loop. Loop with indexes. Oh, that's cringe. Looping Python length. Yeah, right. Well, the length and range. Yeah, range. Right. For I'm pretty sure.
What if we need indexes there?
What if we need indexes? For I and blah blah blah. In enumerate, I see. If you do enumerate, which I am in no way, shape, or form. Enumerate. How do you spell enumerate?
Maybe there's a simpler solution.
Okay. Enumerate. I mean, if we just want to set up the for loop, it's okay. I think it's okay. Oh, wait. Shit. Sorry. My bad. If we just want to set up the for loop, so enumerate. That will give us, so we can call this, what do you want to call the number? And I.
That's really confusing, Michael. Because that's, well, we're keeping track of two numbers. It's the place and then the actual value.
I also got it wrong. It's I and a number. What would we call that? What's a good variable name?
J.
Thank you. Not confusing. J.
Have you played that Keep Talking and No One Explodes game?
No.
The bomb game where like you read a manual. One person reads a manual.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's one section where it's like there's 4 numbers and it's either 1, 2, 3, or 4. So it could be like in the third number, the number value is 2.
Yeah.
And then and it asks questions like, what position was number 2? What value was in position 3? This is what it feels like.
Yeah.
2 numbers, and it's really hard to keep track
of
which
differentiate.
Number. Honestly, you said fuck my code, but I'm pretty sure my code originally with the less than 2 was the best one so far.
Okay. Let's just run with this.
Yeah.
All right, let's run with it. So where's the logical conclusion of this? I have an idea, like, for it.
Okay.
But I would like to see, like...
How I am...
Yeah, maybe how, like, your
How do I
make
process. An array?
We already made one. Boomer list is an array. Like, that's an empty array. That's how you initialize.
But how do I append an array? And this
yeah. You just gotta do that and then put your values in there.
Oh, that's
so easy. Dude.
So I just go list 0, list 0, comma, list 1, comma, list 2.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Wait, what does it feel like? Oh, no, yeah. Okay. Let's say we add 1, 2, 1, 2 as LST as list.
Okay.
So for I in list, the length of list is 4, which is not less than 2. So I'll skip the return. Yes, you following? Length of list is 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And it checks number 1, 0, which is 1. And
wait, so you're still slicing list. So you're going to be modifying list through all of this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 So we append it, and then we slice this bitch up. So I just have to. How do I remove the first element of this array?
Google, man. I don't fucking know. Probably something like remove Python remove element list
from front. Remove first item from a list in Python.
Oh, you can just pop it off like a queue. Wait, is that pop or pop? Pop from the beginning. Pop goes to the beginning.
The pop.
Okay, pop. That pops off the first element in the list.
Pop.
Of whatever.
So you just pop that shit off. I can't.
Have you been drinking recently?
No, this makes perfect sense. And then at the end of it, after the for loop, you hit him with the return boomer. Wait. Someone in chat said that trying to modify the array inside the for loop, like iterating through that array, isn't gonna work.
True. Because we're going through it, but we're also using it in the loop.
Genius idea.
Uh-huh.
Make a temp list to go with the list.
Why we just iterate like a normal for loop?
Temp list. So the temp list. I can figure this out.
It's a different language, so it's hard.
The answer is correct. Okay, the temp list. Wait. Okay. No. I got it. Index. Wait, no. Count. New plan. Count. Joshua. Count chocolate. Count chocolate. Because they're alright.
If you
Shut the fuck
add
up.
one
Shut
to
the
this
fuck up.
in every iteration of the for loop.
Okay, if count chocula is less than length minus 2, so count chocula is less than length minus 2, which is the maximum, right?
Yeah.
That's when we stop. Like, so if there's 10 numbers, we stop at number 8. Because in the number 8, like the 8th time we iterate, we're using the number 9, like the 9th number and the 10th number.
Mm-hmm.
So count chocula less than length of list, which is static. It's the same value.
If count chocula is less than the length,
Yeah, and no.
shouldn't it be like equal to length of the list?
Oh yeah.
Because it'll always be less.
Yes. You're a genius, Michael.
Definitely need 2 equal signs on that one.
And then every time we iterate, we add 1 to count chocula.
You motherfucker! I know it! I knew that's what we were gonna. Python doesn't have plus equal. You have to wait. No, it does. It just doesn't have plus plus.
Okay.
I forgot. Toast.
Honestly,
if it runs, like, it's so far away from like what I thought the answer was, like how I do it in my head. If it runs, I will be so amazed. But it looks complete. Like it looks like you got something good.
Yeah. Okay, so I like to run things through my head.
Got it.
Let's have 1 4 1.
Okay.
1 4 1 for I, which is 1. Count chocula is 0. So does Count Chocula equal 3 minus 2? Which is 1. So 0 does not equal 1. So it will skip this.
Right. 0 does not equal 1.
And this gets 1, which equals 1, which does not equal 0. It's 4. 1, 4, 1. 1 does not equal 4. Yes?
1 does not equal 4.
Does not equal
1 does
4.
not equal 4.
So we run this section.
Shit,
we append 1, 4, 1, which is like we put an array.
You put
and
the
we append
boomerang in.
And then we add it to the boomer list.
Got it.
And we add 1 to Count Chocula. And it's gonna run another loop.
Okay, got it.
For the second number, which is 4.
Yeah.
But hang on. Count Chocula equals 1. Length of list, which is 3 minus 2, equals 1
as well.
Return boomer list. I can't see a problem.
Hey, I saw a really interesting idea in the chat where I is not used anywhere in the list. In the for loop, I mean, where I is not used anywhere.
Oh, perfect! You can use more Count Choculas.
Going from easy to hard was so difficult.
Fuck, you're right.
You need to study for a test tomorrow? This is it. This is your studying. I hope it's comp sci. I hope we can just run it.
Can we just
run? Like when I
replace every number with Chocula?
Now,
Count Chocula?
Yeah,
Count
you can do that.
2, Count Chocula, and Count Chocula plus 1. Fuck. And then it's Count Chocula. Count Chocula plus 1.
Perfect. It's off the screen.
Okay, now I don't see, like, it's kind of weird when I'm using I. Oh yeah, it's a little weird.
It's like it's like you regress to the like normal for loop from C++. Like you showed a caveman a phone and he started using it to bang shit as a hammer. When I get frustrated enough, I'll just try to run my code.
Look, it's because I'm so used to like the C++ format.
Yeah.
I just coded it C++
style, yeah.
In a Python
kind of syntax, kind of meme. Man, I fucking pop off. Did you use pop at any? No, you didn't. Yeah. You didn't use pop. We just gotta sit back and relax. Just wait for it to do its magic.
Oh shit!
Okay, it's a syntax error. It's not a logic error yet, right?
Yeah. What did I get
Error.
about
String.
Count
Oh, I love it. In line error string at line 13. 9 lines of code. What the fuck? Okay. If list of Count Chocula, list of index Count Chocula plus 2. Invalid syntax is equal to. Wait, is it? Oh, wait.
But oh.
And I think is how you do it in Python. Is it? It's and, right? It's and.
Okay.
That's a Python meme.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just a syntax.
It's gonna be
It was not a logic error.
Okay. Because it makes sense.
It's just that easy.
When you're working, do you ever name your variables like troll shit?
Yes. Oh yeah. It's how like if I'm following a tutorial, I'll have to change the variables up a lot so I don't just like blindly copy. So it'll be like come1, come2 kind of meme.
Does your like supervisor or coworker ever
Sometimes, yeah, you'll leave some bad shit in there. Like, you'll leave some bad comments. People have found, like, my, like, comments on, like, my bit bucket. I have some pretty bad ones. Like, especially for the commit history, because you have to put a message along with, like, each commit you throw up to, like, the cloud or whatever. It's like, don't look at that. It's...
Oh, what? Failed. 959 should equal 2. Oh, what?
Oh, you're supposed to give the wait.
Number
you're supposed to give the number of boomerangs.
Oh, that's easy.
That's you don't even need this boomer list out of pen shit. You just add. You just add one every time you find a boomerang toast.
Oh,
that's it. That's all we gotta do.
So we have boomer chocula.
Sorry, what?
Boomer count.
Boomer count.
There we go.
Equal to 0.
Wait. Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Right now, the problem is we're adding count choculas only on
an if where we find the boomerang.
Yes, which is incorrect.
So if you want to take it out, you just hit yes.
The
yeah,
tab.
yeah. So now it's every iteration of the loop.
Ah, okay. So now we have in its place boomer count. Boomer count plus equals.
Yeah. Hey, you can just delete the whole ass boomer list. Append me because it's out of there. Now it's boomer count.
It's boomer count. Boomer count. Boomer count. Boomer count. Okay, that seems easy.
Yeah.
Do you think Chad is actually learning anything about coding?
You know, I think working through the logic, maybe.
Yeah, coding is very straightforward.
So don't look at what they're saying.
They're all saying no, Michael.
So if you don't look at it, then...
Do you think like there are employees from like the big tech companies watching this right now?
I think, yeah. Anything that's like tech
is... Do you think they would be willing to hire us based on what they've seen?
I'm pretty sure they have like... You know how in Vegas they have like a blacklist of all the cheaters? They have like the shitter list for all the big companies. And our names are going on them. The poor like engineers who have worked a full day and they come home and they're like, hey, look at this. A code stream. Finally. Representing
I can relate
my
to.
work. And they see Count Chocula and Boomer Count.
Oh!
Woo! It's that fucking easy.
Okay, so I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did it in 9 lines.
9 lines. That's not bad.
Now let me ask you, can you do it in less? Because I feel like because I'm trying to convert it into like I'm trying to hammer a circle into a square with my solution.
It's like the C++ idea.
It did work.
Yeah.
But can you optimize this?
There might be like some Python meme you can do with it. 9 lines isn't that bad though. It's like,
can you do it in 2 lines?
We're gonna remember your thing. Yeah. We gotta keep that pasted over there. So if it's boomerless, we say for I in. It's like I boomer part. And enumerate of list, maybe something like that. I don't know. We're just kind of doing a little bit of memes on that one.
No, someone doing $100.
Holy shit!
What's your Streamlabs?
I come over here. Do you just go to streamlabs.com? Is that something you do?
Yeah. How come you don't use Streamlabs OBS?
I've seen other people use this.
Lily
and
teacher.
Yeah.
Lily
Do you use Streamlabs OBS?
Everyone, well,
yeah.
Skara and Lily uses OBS.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Pokey and Yvonne use Streamlabs OBS.
Okay, that's like half and half. So if I were in Streamlabs, just like hypothetically,
you would go to Alert Box.
I would go.
I think Alert Box.
I would go like to Alert Box.
Never mind.
I'd go to
donation
history.
Yeah.
Another donation history.
No, that's $10. Well, no, there's $100.
Oh shit!
Holy crap! You've been getting so much donations.
Make us smarter, Father. Thank you. We're We're doing
Michael,
that tonight.
Look at all these $5, $25 donations. You don't...
Where?
There's a $25.
Toast, I was really busy focusing on fucking Count Chocula on the code. And the only way I read those is if my eyes are here. So...
we gotta do some catching up.
Yeah, I've stayed off social
media. Can you
media.
add a 1080p quality to your stream? Are you streaming at 720? Are you streaming at...
No way.
Click settings.
There's no way. There's not a chance.
Click stream.
Probably video, right?
Oh.
No, I'm streaming at 1440.
What?
Maybe they don't like that it's such a high... Maybe they don't like it so good. Like it's hurting them.
That's weird. You're streaming at...
I'm streaming at
14?
2K.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Wow.
Take the window and make it twice as big, and then it's 14, and then it's 1080.
Is there a 1080p option, chat, or does it go from 720 to 1400? There's no 1080 option. Oh, yeah. Oh.
So just get twice as close to your screen.
That.
And then it's 1080? No, twice as far. No. Twice as close.
I suggest you stream at 1080p, Michael.
I will figure out how to do that next time. That's the next time.
You just click the output to 1080p.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm sure I could do that.
There's a drop down.
I'm sure. You know, I used to stream in 30 FPS instead of 60. Yeah, I know that. It was a while. It was I was pretty young. This is actually the first 60 FPS stream I've done.
This one.
Yeah, this one right now.
Interestingly, this is the first stream where you're not playing games, so
it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter because your webcam's 30 FPS.
Pog.
So you're just making the viewers use twice the bandwidth for no fucking reason.
For the same data frame.
Wow.
Dumb question. And ever trip something like make power go out? Oh, I trip the breaker up here all the time.
Have you thought about using text to speech?
Yeah, I thought about it.
And?
I feel like there's a more interesting way than just Streamlabs text to speech. Maybe like a robot that talks, you know? But I hadn't set that up.
Like an actual robot.
Like a real robot. Yeah, like something behind
That's in
you.
your background that would just yell
That just yells whatever they type. Is what I'm kind of thinking. That's the idea.
Is this a Hawaiian thing?
Locomoco or Kahlua Pig? Probably Kahlua Pig. Yeah,
What's
some dishes.
Oh,
Locomoco is delicious. It's like imagine like a mountain of rice and then 2 hamburger patties.
Wait. There's bread and rice.
2 hamburger patties. Yeah, 2 hamburger patties.
Okay.
Right on the rice, and on the 2 hamburger patties is a sunny side up egg. And then on all of that is a shit ton of brown gravy. And that's a Locomoco. It's maybe like a full day's worth of calories and fat in one meal. But when we go back to Hawaii on a trip, we will all have this because it's a very Hawaiian meal.
So it's rice, egg, and patties.
And gravy. Yeah,
and
gravy. Yeah. It's delicious. It's kind of like a little soul food meme.
Full-time software engineer here. The act of coding and building a product similar to an artist creating a painting. This guy's fucking lying to me.
Rocking back and forth in his chair.
I'm an artist.
The poor software engineers and shit. They're watching the shit.
1080p. For lesson. Yeah, I don't read anything less than $5. I see some $3 one. I'm like, fuck you. Knowing that Toast was hired to work on a bank's website terrifies me and makes me feel better about. It was an internal website.
Internal's different from. It's not like you're managing the money.
It was like the internal email system.
Yeah, different.
$100 from Meme King Supreme. Make us smarter, father.
Not happening anytime soon. If I stream ever.
Hey man, joining from South Africa. Do you ever ask your chat which country they're from?
They kind of just fire off without asking sometimes. They just get into one person will say it. And
hello from Portugal.
Scree out and type where they're from. Yeah. There it is. Yeah,
Spain, Germany.
Yeah.
They get really happy when you say the country of.
Oh, Chechnya.
Yeah, so when you say Germany, they're like, yeah, Germany.
Ah.
And when you say China, they're like, I don't think Twitch. I don't know if Twitch is allowed in China though.
Is allowed in China?
Yeah,
Oh,
because the
yeah.
Great Firewall.
Ah, true. Yeah, not seeing a lot of Chinas in the chat.
Wait,
Weird.
Do you know any language besides English?
No.
No?
Nope.
No Filipino.
No, just be quiet.
No Hawaiian.
You know, I know words, nothing close to fluent though. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Took Japanese in high school.
Look, they're still spamming
Didn't
which
work
country
out.
they're from. They love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh, they really like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Wow, Philippines. Yeah, here's to the one of you. It's nice to see
Why does Twitch not give me notification for your stream ever? You gotta click the little notification button.
They have a bell on Twitch? Really?
They have a bell because like you can follow but not get notification.
Did you see Boston Dynamics? Unbox Therapy's video on the Boston Dynamic dog. I've not.
I'm sure people told you can buy the.
You
dog
can buy
now,
it now.
so
Yes, it's a cool 7.
What's the plan with that?
I'm hoping they give it to me.
They just give you what 50 grand?
It is 74 grand.
74 grand
for the base model.
But there's like attachments.
Yeah, they're attachments.
How much do those cost?
I think a couple are like as much as 30 grand and as low as like 5 or 3 grand for the attachments.
Okay, what are some of these attachments?
Like a LiDAR camera, more processing, GPU and CPU, onboard processing. So I don't know why you need that. Maybe facial detection onboard the dog.
How do you think you can make it worth it for Boston Dynamics to give you $100,000 worth of merchandise?
Dog.
Yeah, dog.
I think I'd make a Twitter post about it at least, for sure.
Okay. One Twitter post. You got how many followers?
I make a couple of Twitter posts, somewhere around like 750.
750. Okay.
Yeah. So the reach is all right. I would also, you imagine you're at a party and you're like, where's the drinks? And it's like, oh, just go to the robot dog. And you're like, what? There's a robot dog. And you go over to the robot dog, and I've programmed the robot dog to pee out beer into your cup. And you will never, ever forget that party as long as you live, right?
So this dog just around the party.
Walking around, you say,
what's the trigger command?
This fucking snap. You give it a little snap.
So there's audio processing.
Onboard processing. Yeah, or all of the network processing.
Okay, it hears it.
Yeah.
Is there like, how does he differentiate like a snap versus a slap?
He's probably not gonna differentiate.
Okay.
There's probably like an ML library for processing the audio.
Would it make sense to
snap.
have like a word command?
It would be easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say, "Piss in my cup." You say, "Hey boy, piss in my cup."
Piss in my cup.
You say, "Piss in my cup," and the little dog then runs like a little subroutine. I don't know. They do have an API for it, right? So you can do like a program for. So hey, piss in my cup. That's probably not onboard. That's probably over the network that you're doing the processing.
Oh.
And the little bastard, little scamp, runs over to you, and he opens his leg up, and he makes a little tinkle into your cup because he's got like a bag of beer on the back of him. I think it's like a 10-kilogram payload or something.
If you're doing over the network,
yeah,
that means you're connected to like a router or something.
Yeah, like a router just in your house.
Okay. Is there a way to give it internet connectivity, like a IRL backpack?
Like a
you slap an IRL backpack on it.
That is how it works. You do an IRL stream with the dog. We just walk it around.
And it'll carry because the IRL backpack, have you ever used one?
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy as shit.
So you just slap it on the dog.
And then you don't have to carry anything. And then everyone who donates $100 is able to control the direction the dog walks in.
Maybe we could just pay the $100K. Honestly,
the more we talk about it, the more I'm like,
We've been doing a lot of
kind of brainstorming.
Shout outs, a lot of Postmates sponsorship, a lot of Raid Shadow Legends. I think we can scrounge up a $100K somewhere. Dig around the offline TV couch somewhere.
I think we could do. I think you could. See, the reason I want it so bad is because like when I'm old, I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna be like, oh, remember the time I made like those that one YouTube video, or like fucking whatever. I'm gonna be, or that one time I put my money in a 401k like an old bastard. I'll say, no, remember that time I blew 75 grand on a robot dog that peed in cups at parties, peed beer into cups, and I did that.
Now
that's what you remember.
Okay, I'm trying to.
That's what you tell your grandkids about.
Think about this, because like I think it is possible to code something like this.
Yeah.
But there's no way, like, you're opening up the dog and sticking, like, a urethra cable.
Well, yeah, I think it would be more like... Have you seen that Adam Savage video on it?
No.
The dog can handle, like, a lot of weight. So, like, he makes a rickshaw and sits in the rickshaw, and the dog is carrying him. It's got a really good payload.
Okay.
So, it could at least handle, like, a few gallons of piss, i.e. beer, on the dog, and in, like, buckets. Maybe nicer things than buckets, and it would, go and piss them into a little cup, and you could run that over the network, that mechanism.
So you're essentially creating a whole separate, like,
a small support, a pisser.
Yeah,
yes,
pisser.
yeah, exactly.
And
like
the pisser's communicating with the dog, which is communicating with the IRL backpack.
It's more like my computer is the master, and it's processing everything, and it's saying, like, hey, dog, and then it's shooting out commands in 3 directions over the network. It's saying, hey, dog, walk up to him. Hey, pisser, make piss.
Okay, the pisser, what's that communicated with?
That's probably just web server.
So it's also...
It's running a little... You could run a Raspberry Pi on the thing, and you just tape it to the bottom of the dog, and it'd say... Every time it gets a command, it runs a little peristaltic pump that is just like a nice little electrical pump.
So the pisser's connected to the IRL backpack.
The pisser can be like its own thing. It just needs power.
Okay.
And on the pisser contains like a network connection, which can be communicated to anywhere that a router is close to, that my computer is close to.
Got it.
And then it would piss in a cup. No one would forget that. No one at a party would ever forget the dog that pissed beer into their cup.
And the command is, piss in my cup.
Hey, piss in my cup, buddy.
Piss in my cup.
It can be anything you want, but probably piss in my cup now that I say it out loud.
Okay, so does the dog have, like, it has audio processing.
Yeah.
But does it have, like, echo, like, geolocation audio processing?
Oh, see, that's probably maybe the hardest part.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe you need to do some, like...
Because does it have surround sound listening?
I don't think you could do like a location, like echo audio location. Maybe it'd have to be like image processing. Like, like you'd say, hey boy, piss in my cup. And you train it to like see someone beckoning to the dog with their cup extended.
The camera on the dog is only front facing.
Yes. So you could say like, oh, there is an attachment for 30 grand for 360.
Oh, okay.
But also, dog could just turn in a circle. You say, piss in my cup. The dog turns in a circle, looks for the guy with their arm out. Sees it, runs a little subroutine. He comes over, lifts his little leg up, and he pisses in your cup.
How does the dog differentiate cups that people are just holding and a cup that needs filling?
I think, well, first is it needs to hear the audio command.
And then it starts
Second,
searching.
Second, it sees like the beckoning person. The cup needs to be down low enough, right? And then I think that's the only differentiation you do.
Okay, but like people are standing up, right?
Got it. Like around the dog.
People further away would be lower on the dog's
visual
like perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Compared to someone in the front.
True. Yeah.
So someone in the far back might have the cup up here, but in the image processing, the cup is below like the horizontal mid.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think you would run the image processing for the cup. Like, I don't think it's all based on like the Y location of the cup on the image.
Okay.
It could be based on like you could run train a neural net for people beckoning, right? So like people with arm extended. So you read the body language with a neural net, which is also, I guess, running over the network.
Now, someone in chat came up with the idea. QR codes.
QR codes. What would those do? What would QR code do?
How like is the camera pretty high def?
I don't know, but if for 70 grand, I'm gonna say yes.
So, every cup has the same QR code.
Okay.
And the dog is constantly scanning for
QR codes.
Right. So when you don't need a refill, you just turn the cup so you're hiding the QR code. But when you need a refill, you just turn the cup.
And he scans it and comes over to you.
He just scampers over.
Oh, that removes the need for image processing on like a neural net level.
You know, it sounds like people are listening to this.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're just memeing. They're just like...
No, but we're working through it.
Yeah, like this is a legitimate possible solution.
Yeah, actually.
If we had our hand on a Boston Dynamic dog with 360 camera.
Yeah, or just turns around. But I would like the 360 camera.
Can it just have multiple attachments? You just like every single attachment?
I think for some of the attachments you could probably do in tandem, and some, like, I assume the camera and maybe like the LiDAR you couldn't run in tandem.
Okay, so we have our dog. It's wearing an IRL backpack. It's carrying a keg of beer.
Yeah.
And it's just scanning constantly.
Yeah,
for the
QR codes. Yeah.
Okay, and it comes over. Now, where's the nozzle?
The nozzle is by where its little doggy penis would be on a normal dog. It would just be right in the crotch.
Okay, so the dog can it stand?
Not on two, but it can. I'm pretty sure it can do the, like, you know how dogs piss with like the one leg out.
You're telling me Boston Dynamics coded it so the dog lifts its hind leg like a real dog?
It's more like you have like access to, I assume, different level of control APIs. And like some APIs, there's like probably pre-programmed like move over there, but there's probably other ones that give you like access to individual motors, so you can write your own subroutines for like the bigger APIs where it's like go over there and piss now. So like you could like either control like dog's translation in X and Y, or you could control like how much the motor on its pissing leg moves.
Okay.
Like to I'm assuming you have varying levels of control.
Got it.
Because there's no way you're gonna be like, because they've written a reverse kinematic model. So, because the way the dog works is it's just a shit ton of like little not servo motors, actually brushless servo motors probably. So you can't say like, okay, move this servo motor like 50% of rotate, or like 50 degrees.
Okay.
And like that makes a leg go up a little bit. Yeah. It's not like they do that because that would be fucking impossible, because there's like at least 10 motors on the thing, so you can't be like, move this one now and move that one there, right? Okay. To make it do that. So instead, you do something called an inverse kinematic for robotics, which is something I still need to learn. But it's like for an arm, for say a robotic arm, you do like, here's the base, right? Here's like whatever, like this is a weight, and the arm can move in, like, let's say it's like a couple. So here's the motor 1, and here is motor 2, and all you don't really care about how much motor 1 and motor 2 move. You care about like getting the little claw hand to a location, to like maybe down here to pick up ball, right? Okay. So instead of like pre-programming, like if I want the hand to move 5 inches down, you don't go, okay, I want this motor to move like a certain amount of steps. You go, okay, this arm is like this long, and like this arm is like this long, and I want to be able to move the claw down to here, and like this arm is this long. I want to be able to move the claw down to here. Yes. So instead, you create something called an inverse kinematic model, where you just give the model based on the lengths of the arms and like degrees of freedom. You say, I want claw to be here, which is a lot more legible to humans than move motor X, move motor Y. Right. It's you just say, I want claw in XYZ space to move down 5 inches. So you put that into the model, and then the model works out how much to move these motors, right? Yeah, and so it's like it's a lot more human legible to see what you need to do to get that ball. Okay. And that's what you do for the dog's pissing leg, right? They have already worked out, I'm sure they've worked out some crazy kinematic models for this dog. Okay. And that's how you're able to engage with it through the APIs. And I assume you're able to engage at different levels of control through the APIs. So you could probably write like a little subroutine that's like, pissing leg.
Feel like how the dogs like is weighted. I can't stand. I don't know if it can like balance on 3 legs.
Dude, you got to see actually, have you seen the thing move?
Yeah, it kind of looks like
you
really like it's got two like a regular. It moves like it's a stupid dog, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But like
in my prior career, I felt
there.
stuck in the way that I couldn't grow.
You don't have
My name is Natalia.
No, we're on
from New York.
It doesn't do it on guess.
Adam Savage here in.
Like, he makes a rickshaw for the dog. This like poor. This is what the dog beings are gonna look back on and say this is torture for the dog. They're gonna look back and say we need to crucify Adam Savage. He's gonna be the first to die. Oh wait, this isn't like the.
I would.
Is this the test?
I'd love to do this all day. And believe you me,
no, I think he's a
the next
worked at like
sequence
2 videos.
of this video
cute.
needs to be
Bastards.
this out on an open range
Adam
somewhere.
Savage.
That's where we're
Wow, I have more views than Adam Savage. Like 200K gets like 80K.
All right, it's time. The rickshaw works beautifully, so does Spot.
Okay,
It's time to bring the two together
Adam
and
Savage,
give Spot
Wow,
his
he made
first
three.
worldly
Dude, he's
task.
been making a lot.
Over here, buddy.
Wait, a robot spy?
Adam
Okay.
Savage from.
That one's
Oh
cool.
yeah, I guess you do want to face
Dude,
it.
look, it can go up rocks and shit, and it
Spot,
does.
you almost. Here we go.
I'm not
I've
seeing a
adjusted
balance
him.
on 3 legs
Right.
though.
The last thing we're
This
gonna
is
do on
true.
this course. Here we go. Beautiful relationship.
But, like, it's capable of really dynamic movement.
I want to see a balance on 3 legs.
As long as you have 3 points of contact, it's like a stable
Spot,
system,
he's very
is what I'm
smart.
thinking.
He needs a lot
Even
of
if you have to
fixes.
go into like
All right.
the really low
Here we
level
go.
APIs and access the
Oh,
motors
and,
each,
like the kernels and stuff.
I think-
I can never do that.
if it's like if
look at
you're
him
able to
settle into
address
it.
individual motors, all you gotta do like is write the
buddy.
shittiest subroutine in the world is
Yes.
like move this
Can
leg
you
out there.
To the market.
Google dog pissing.
Yeah. You wanna like a YouTuber?
Yeah. Just dog pissing.
This.
This is amazing.
And like dog
Dude.
peeing compilation. Okay.
Best peeing moments. Buckeye the dog's gotta go.
See?
I don't think there's anything I can say that would
Oh,
add
that-
to
see,
this
this is the
visual
girl
experience. Check
What?
it
Oh,
out,
there,
man.
there.
What?
There's the pissing. Look at that. He's doing it. No problem.
Okay.
3 points of contact is way better than 2. So at least you got the 3 legs.
Do it. Yeah. You could do it.
Okay.
Can't do it. It's a little bit of
just-
an incline. It's asking a lot.
TOS,
I
this is
know, I know,
educational
it's uphill,
content.
it's
I
uphill, buddy.
don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
stop. Go ahead and stop, Spot.
And then this poor dog that he's just beating to shit.
To the market.
This thing. Look at it. Look at it go.
Looks like it's
That-
being crushed under its weight.
That poor thing. Dude, it looks like they programmed pain into it.
Being like
Like,
torture.
please help me kind of shit.
Bad for it.
Maybe you can't do it.
It's struggling. I remember it. Wait, there's a really funny part
Stop.
at the end here.
Going up a small hill.
This poor
We can
thing.
use.
But I feel like you're not really using this to its full potential. You're
There we
just
go.
making it go forward.
Yeah, this is just like slave labor right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can do this with just like a really big motor and some wheels.
Yeah, true. Oh, he does this.
Oh my! It's like trying to get away from him.
Oh man, what if you program? You just.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Yep.
It
I'll give you a
shows
little less gravity.
pain.
Yep.
You're the
Got
only
it,
thing.
buddy. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, damn!
It's like a real dog.
Oh, amazing.
Poor fucking thing. Anyway, you can use a remote control, but what you're interested in is like being able to program it, which they've said there's an accessible API.
Yeah, like essentially you give it like an AI almost.
Yeah, you give some set instructions on like a basic thing to do. And that you know, the gameplay loop, so to speak, is you look for the QR code and then spin or use the 360 camera and go over to where you see the QR code. And then run the little subroutine that says stabilize 3 legs, raise 1 leg, then you send the post request to the Raspberry Pi pissing machine, which peristaltics pumps the piss beer out of the robot dog.
This doesn't seem impossible, I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, we're working like through it.
And everything like can be solved. Like QR code is easy, image processing is like easy.
Relatively easy, yeah.
Yeah, and then like squeezing liquids from like a little Raspberry Pi Arduino like contraption seems easy.
Yeah,
Right?
oh yeah, that's probably the easiest part. It's so easy to pump out little bits of beer.
And then the IRL backpack is just a mobile router.
Yeah. The thing on it might already have network capability too, which you just like, it 100% is fine. You put like a Nighthawk router on the ground, that thing's sending shit over the network like 1 millisecond delay. We've gone through.
If I fund this, hypothetically, this guy's Toast LLC. I can write it. I can use it as a tax write-off.
Yeah. You know why? Because it's used for content.
Yeah. Do you think we can recuperate the $100,000 investment?
I think you could with the content that you put out of it, and intangible brand awareness. Like, who's offline TV? I don't like. Oh, they're the one with the dog that pisses in your cup at parties.
Pissing dog.
The pissing dog that pisses in your cup at parties. It's those guys. Oh, those guys? Of course I know those guys. They're the ones who taught the Boston Dynamics dog to feel pain when you yell at it.
Dude, I know that sounds crazy, but I'm kind of down.
Yeah, I'm kind of like thinking through it. I'll go halvesies on a Boston Dynamic dog.
Yeah.
The more I think through it, it's like,
look, that Facebook money's gotta go somewhere.
may as well be tax deductible.
Look, with the instead of losing all my money on the stock market,
why don't we put it into something useful?
Like a pissing dog.
I fucking want it. And that's just like one of the ideas I've had with a dog is to make it piss beer at parties. Is that not like the most badass thing ever too? I think the best part about that is like when I think about it, it's like Boston Dynamics has been a company for like years and years, like 20 years. These people have like will put their heart and soul into this advanced mathematics and robotics discipline, and they're gonna see like two assholes on the internet making their probably magnum opus piss in a cup for them, like a shitterton, like slave dog, that's probably the best part of it, I think.
Well, I'm down.
Listen, man. I mean, like,
what do you think the shipping time is on this? Do you think they're building the dogs, or do they just have like a warehouse of these dogs, like ready to go, Amazon Prime style?
I'm sure they have like a back order of these dogs, or they wouldn't release it to the public if it weren't for like them having a back order. Not a back order, but an inventory of dogs.
Dude, I'm just worried that we're gonna look at we're gonna get the dog and we're gonna look at an API and like
it's gonna be
convoluted shit.
Oh shit! I can just make it go forward and back. We think we're smart.
Nah, we can figure it out. What do you think the language is? Do you think it's Python?
I'm sure it's got like a lot of SDKs. Like there's Spot Dog API. Okay.
Boston.
Spot contact sales. Wow, that's more of like a
maybe
developer platform.
Oh, damn.
Dude, yeah, they built it out.
Development software kit? Is that it?
They got an SDK for dog.
Oh,
Python!
yeah,
Python! You saw how Python quick was. There's a quick start. Oh, dude, their docs are okay too. Spy installation. At what level do you control this little guy?
Dude, if they have an SDK, I'm sure they have everything.
Right? Directory eShop. It's more like, can I just make the dog go
yeah.
forward?
We just want the
WASD.
Operating spot with your keyboard. We don't want that though, right?
We don't, but
we can like convert.
Yeah,
like,
into movements.
Image into like, commands.
Maybe hello spot is something like that. Run the example. No, I don't want common problems.
Get robots. Save frame trajectory. Get image.
Get images.
So we have
image processing.
The camera
native on it for the 74 grand. The small investment. Get missions. Get robots. Hello spots. Where does the walking?
I think you just use WASD and you just input it like if I was the way I code is like the most brute force way. Okay. So I would just use the WASD and convert images into WASD commands by emulating a keyboard input. instead of finding out how to actually move the dog, I just work with what I got, which is the WASD.
Which is a computer running, like, just emulation of keyboard pressing.
Laptop, what's up?
Dude, the people, I'm sorry to the Boston Dynamics engineers. Someone gave a. Do you know how to look at bits donations?
Shit.
Because it looked like someone had like a very good thing. They said, "Hi, I'm an industry person," and something you said was something.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, like sorts. No, can't sort.
We do filter and we just go with
the bits.
Follow. Just on these, just like a
Bits.
Okay, alright.
Bits. 2 hours ago. So
I'm a tech leader.
In AMS.
What's AMS?
No idea.
Okay.
That's accurate. Big companies have kind of stupid question to fill gaps. Thought regarding apps.
He's talking about a lot of
he's saying some industry shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what AppSec is, and I don't know what red blue versus blue team is.
Yeah. We don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you though, for that. For the 500 bits.
It's only $5. Oh, we got $5
for the dog.
Okay.
Think of the ideas. Think of the IRL stream where a human doesn't need to be there because the dog is walking around controlled by chat.
I feel like we're using so little of its capabilities. Like Adam Savage.
Like, it's almost funny how little we're using of it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just like a wheel with a camera attached to it. And it's going. I don't think that's worth $75,000.
I mean, you can make it do other things, right? This is just one idea thrown
idea
out there, right?
I'm afraid that every idea will just boil down to the dog is moving something on top of it.
Yeah.
And the dog itself isn't.
Like, you aren't reaching the full potential.
Yeah.
Like pissing.
Yeah. How much is this shop spot?
Oh, yeah, you should look at these. So, explore, right? And then your payload options are above the base.
Enterprise.
What's the power to transfer design?
Designed for businesses looking to disrupt their operation by deploying cutting-edge robotic applications.
Hey, thanks for working at the warehouse for 10 years, but we have a replacement. And they're like, who is he? And the fucking dog walks in and pisses on the floor.
Okay, so I don't think we'll ever get approved with these two.
No, for sure not. Oh, you know what? Yeah, probably not academic, right?
By now.
I know some academic YouTube channels. Well,
wait, do you think they take PayPal?
There's no way. No, it's gotta be. This 70. Can you even pay 74 grand over PayPal? Don't you need to like wire transfer that?
Can you just add to cart here?
Cart, not like a guest me. Oh, look at that! Right in your shopping cart, 74 grand worth of dog.
Your total.
Dude, oh, you can pay in installments. Wow.
Okay.
I go to checkout. What is this?
Oh. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume they take PayPal.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. It's just.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And there's attachments you can do. This is the base model, of course. So if you go to add-ons, yeah, you do.
Warranty's a scam.
That's a scam. If you don't sell me a dog that can like be a robot dog, I'm gonna be pissed if I have to pay 15 grand for Apple Care on my fucking dog.
Could you imagine how much it will cost you just to send this back for repair? like $500 to send this giant ass dog. You bring it to FedEx. It's like, can you just wrap this up for me?
I can't do it myself. Look at that. 5 grand for a battery. That's just some lipo cells in that bitch.
Do you think the battery? What do you think the battery is? Do you think it's like one of those phone batteries with like the USB connector? And it's like it takes a USB
like C. You just plug a USB
somewhere.
C cable. I'm sure they made it a proprietary connector just for the sake of like making you pay for the battery.
Fuckers.
Because I'd love Yeah, that looks
That
like
looks fancy.
Yeah, that looks like fancy.
Why didn't they just make it like a USB-C, like a lightning cable?
Yeah, I run it off my computer's USB port. Dude, that's so expensive. You have to pay $1,300 for the ports.
Wait, an Ethernet port? That would make life a lot easier.
It would, because then you just put it in a router and then fire that off.
On top of it.
Yeah.
What? You don't have the
Google Wi-Fi on the dog.
I just put a Nighthawk router. Awareness.
21 grand. That's the big boy. Panoramic via the dog surroundings and communication.
We need this for the pissing thing.
Okay, unless it turns in a circle.
So you're at a party and there's a robot dog.
Yeah.
And not only is it not just there, it's constantly like
you're at a party and like you hear the fucking steps and you turn around and fuck, what is that? And you say, oh dude, that's the pissing dog. And you say, oh cool. And then you gotta say piss in my cup, and then it hears the guy telling the other guy, say piss in the cup, and then this fucking freak of engineering starts violently turning 360s. So
normally it's not spinning around, but once it hears it goes.
It's spinning, his piss is leaking out.
Spinning so fast. Holy
look at
shit.
that!
What the?
Oh, gross! Fuck. Oh, okay, so that's these packaged together. LiDAR, light radar. LiDAR's cool. It's a cool technology.
Well, we need this.
Enhances the range of Spot's autonomous systems for probably.
Because we're probably gonna have a big party and there's gonna be a lot of space.
Yeah, a lot of space and needs high definition for tracking.
So that's an extra 35 grand on top of
the
75
well,
grand.
You know, the LiDARs. I don't even know how to work with LiDAR. So you would probably need the 34.
There's an edge CPU and an edge GPU.
Look at the difference between those prices.
Why do you need a GPU? So you can play
that's probably
Valorant?
It's got a monitor on the back. I got the radio on my fucking dog. That's gross. AI. Advanced output requiring onboard computation. That's rat shit.
Hey.
Hey, Lily.
Oh, wait. Where you go? Oh, she's going to sleep.
Wishing to sleep.
Honestly, Michael, I think we're gonna buy this.
I could see a world where we buy this, and it's this world.
It's right now. Let's just call it financial advice.
Could you imagine telling your financial advisor, can you make room for 100 grand? Oh, putting a down payment on a house, I see.
That's a great investment, Jeremy.
No, sir. Fuck, I want it so bad. Dude.
We got a plan.
Yeah, I think we reached a pretty good conclusion.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I think we learned a lot
Good time.
today.
Lots of programming,
Good
lots of
coding,
technology.
Good content idea.
Yeah.
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 I think we will actually buy this.
I think we've reached a good conclusion. Okay. Good night, Toast. Yeah, it is 3:30. Don't forget your. You can pick this up in the morning if you want. Yeah, if you want that. Okay. Okay, chat. It seems like we've reached a pretty good consensus on what's happening with the dog and all. This is a fine view. We're probably gonna end off the stream in a bit. I'm gonna read through some subscriptions and donations because God knows I missed the hell out of those. So let me go over and just fucking do that. Guys, I think this was a really productive stream. I think we got a lot of thinking done and a lot of believing done as well, which is like you don't usually get both in one stream. I need this dog, please crowdfund it. IRL streamer. Dog can't catch viruses. That's fucking true. Yeah, let me read through. Elmo TTS Windfather. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Making the Elmo like the Trigger Me Elmo doll text to speech. That's fucking genius. Too bad I left it in Hawaii. I can make another one. Fuck, does Twitch not give me notifications for this stream? Let me also read through our subscriptions. Yeah, we're gonna end off stream pretty soon, but I saw a lot of notifications that I did not read, and so I'm gonna go to read those now. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, content. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the thing that lets me read your subscriptions, which I know where to find that is... I know where to find this. So... I do know where to find it. This just reads 2 minutes ago. Hey, Lily, like, if I asked you on your stream, like, where to find subs that have happened. Okay, cool. That's kind of, like, passed the test and, like, whatever's. If I just go down to recent events. Okay. Sorry if I did not read your sub off. We were having a very important conversation about, the Boston Dynamics dog. That was a little good coding session as well. I think we both learned a lot of Python. Let me pop in. They are my clocks. Giveaways, live action. Man, so Lily, if someone wanted to view just subscriptions on this, like, I'm pretty sure you know how to do it, but I oh, no, never, no, I know how to do this. If we just go there, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, I do computer stuff, like, just in case you're wondering. Okay, I'm gonna read off some subs. Thank you, Barryboy1, for the gifted subs, and Barryboy1 read the same fucking name. Thank you, Dagamon, Chaotic, what the fuck? Donut Operator. Oh, holy shit. Hey, Donut Operator. Hello, what's up? He's a cool YouTuber. Piece of my dinner. Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you, Zinummer, for the sub. Titan numbers behind it for the sub. Another from Donut Operator for the sub. Thank you. Another Dr. Shadow. That's fucking idea. Oh, Arcanum. We read those. Arcanum. A lot of Arcanum. Jesus. Thank you, Arcanum. Edison Sue. It's the real duck. It's the real duck again. It's the real duck for a third time. There are a lot of those. It's the real... Pointy 6000. Thank you for the sub. Fresh Funky, thank you for the sub. Jiver Shrow, thank you for the sub. Pog Dog, thank you for the sub. Clerks. Anime is a lie. Blue Aid. Romu 32. Ice Tanker 1. Craig Sir. Head Salad. Doom. I feel like I'm speaking a different language. Oogway52, thank you for the sub. As well as Chaz, thank you for the sub. I read thank you. Buckle Up Boy for the 5 gifted subs. And Ollie for the sub. I said at least most of them. Kagamos, maybe Maxwell, Jack and G, Civic Doom, Headschlat, Kreckler, Crazy Saxes, Ridge 131, Ice Tanker 1, I read that one. And that wizard. Anime is a lie. Divine Wrath Law. I think we got through most of them. If you didn't hear your name, I probably said it and didn't pronounce it properly. So, oh, thank you, Daph, for the raid. I'm going to sleep now, so thank you for the raid. Thank you guys for joining in as I close my stream down. Am I going to stream tomorrow? That's a great question. The answer is maybe, because I might be working on a YouTube video, but also I want to get like I do want to do the drill stream. Thank you, Fat Purely, for the sub. I want to do this, the chat control drill thing again. And that was a really fun coding stream with Toast. That'd be fun again. Thank you, Jason JS, 456 for the sub. I'm going to go to sleep now. And maybe see everyone tomorrow. Good night. Goodbye. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, like maybe whatever like time. Oh, good night.